We are Brett and Candace Loewen, serving with MSC. Our church is Bothwell Christian Fellowship, and we work with refugees out of Naomi House in Winnipeg. My work, I teach driving, so I'm a certified driving instructor. So any refugee, asylum seeker, newcomer to Winnipeg will be able to get my services, no charge. A lot of refugees struggle with finding work, and a driver's license really helps that search.
I am the Director of Refugee Sponsorship at Naomi House. So we sponsor and resettle refugees to Canada. So we do, for their first year, we're responsible for helping them get settled in Canada. One thing we strive to do is to walk with them as they rebuild their lives. Our slogan is walking with refugees as they rebuild their lives with Christ-centered love and action.
A friend of my parents, he went to India on short-term missions trips, and I was invited along on one of those trips. We were there for 5 weeks, and after that trip is where I really felt that call to missions and what missions can look like. For me, it was always, oh, pastor's only missionary or whatever, but it really opened my eyes to the different ways of being a missionary.
I was 19 when I first felt the call to missions. Back then, I think I just had a desire to help. I don't think I could have pinned it. When I was 16, I'd gone on a short-term missions trip to Kenya, and so that had really opened my eyes to a world I didn't know existed. I'm from a small town in rural Manitoba. And then I did YWAM when I was 18. And again, just really opened my eyes to just something much bigger, I thought. I always felt called to missions in Africa. I was going to be that person who was a missionary in Africa for her whole life and come back, an old lady. And so obviously that's not how it happened.
We went together short term. We decided to go to Africa because she had a passion for Africa, and we were teaching English to Somali refugees. In the grand scheme, it looked like God was exactly knowing where we were going.
Through it, the Lord opened up a door for us to serve with refugees in Winnipeg. I don't think I would have seen what was here because I was so focused on Africa. And now every day we work cross-culturally right in the middle of Winnipeg. And I would say we're way more suited and gifted in what God has placed for us to do in Winnipeg than we would have been in Africa.
The whole pastors or the only missionary, that I think was my biggest hurdle initially, is I never saw anyone do anything but be a pastor or like the higher ministry positions. So me not being skilled in those areas really put some doubt in, like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
I grew up pretty insecure about myself, and so I thought that I wasn't worth it. I didn't, how could I go? It's just me, I'm insignificant. I don't look like other missionaries look. I'm from a little small town, like what do I know? So I think a lot of my doubts were my own insecurities. As we walk with the Lord and as we grow stronger with Him, as we start taking our eyes off of ourselves and we're able to focus outward. And so it wasn't so much what I thought about myself, but what does God think of me and what is God asking of me? So am I willing? And so once I became convinced of what He was calling me to, it was easier to put aside those doubts and those fears, and also to realize that those doubts and fears weren't from the Lord. He wasn't telling me those things. Those were lies that I had been believing.
Don't downplay where you feel called. Like that whole, it doesn't have to be this grand role to be important in mission work. I think just reaching out to neighbors and people in your circle. I feel like with social media, at least from my perspective, we look outside and, oh, there's so many problems over there, but we don't think of our immediate circle and where we can actually be effective. So I think that's where I would point them to.
We still go to the same church that I grew up. I think they saw the gifts in us, and so they encouraged us to go. If a young person was considering missions, I would say do it. Try it. The Lord is with you, and sometimes there's not one right thing. Sometimes we get caught thinking, oh, I want to follow the Lord. I need to know His plan for my life. If what you want to do, if it's missions, if it aligns with what it says in the Bible, then it is a good thing. And you might not be a missionary your whole life, but maybe he's calling you on this missions trip for this purpose, or maybe it's for a season or for a time, and to allow God to use you and trust that he'll speak to you.